Hey guys, it's Mako Chris here, coming at you from Detroit. Today I want to talk to you about fluid beds and how to make them. Alright, so first of all, if you like this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So a fluid bed is used to paint jigs. And you'll see that I have a series going on about how to make, how to paint, and how to finalize your jigs. So fluid beds are used for powder paint and powder paint only. Alright, so that's the first thing I want you guys to understand. You're gonna need a couple things to start this project off. So first of all, you're gonna need an 8-foot section of 2-inch pipe, all right? You can really use 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, whatever your preference is. I prefer the 2-inch because I don't paint too heavy of a jig, but I still paint 1-ouncers. So I need that extra space that 2 inches gives me. So 8-foot section of 2-inch pipe, and we're gonna cut those into 2.5-inch sections, much like these. So that's the first thing you're gonna need. The second thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need some 2-inch end cap. And these can be found at Home Depot, Lowe's, any really decent hardware store. So I got about 10 of these to start off with. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make one of these for each color of my paint that I have. That's just a good starter thing. You can always rinse these out and use them for multiple colors. So if you only want to make a couple, that's completely fine. The next thing you're going to need is this 2-inch to 2-inch connector or coupler. This is all PVC. You're going to need a barbed adapter. It's got a little 1/8 inch nipple on it for this hose. So the hose is just aquarium hose, all right? It's 1/8 inch aquarium hose. And I picked this up as a bundle at Walmart. I believe it was like $3. I already had this barbecue pump, and it's similar to a fish pump. It has a setting on it so that you can go low to high. And that's super important for fluid beds because you wanna hone in on what actually makes them work. So it's super important to have an air pump, whether it's an aquarium pump or a barbecue pump, with an adjustable setting on it. So you also need a T connector, and you can pick these up at Walmart or a local fish store, pet store, what have you. So the final piece that you'll need to actually make your fluid bed is some sort of caulk. It doesn't have to be glued in, all right? Most of mine can come apart fairly easy, but we wanna be able to seal it. The important thing is we don't want air to get through these. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this caulk, all right? We're gonna put a nice small bead of caulk on this. And this is how I start them off. We don't want to go crazy with it, just a nice small bead of it. And we're gonna place this into here. We're gonna go around and we're gonna make sure it comes out. All right, and then we're just gonna go ahead and wipe that excess off. Nothing crazy. Again, we just want it to seal. So we're gonna set that on. All right, next we're gonna take our 2-inch to 2-inch coupler. Again, we're just gonna apply a small bead of this caulk all the way around. Generous, but not crazy. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that in there. Again, we're gonna twist it off. This time, I'm not so much worried about getting all the excess off, but you know, you wanna get in there and go ahead and get most of it. So there's that. All right, guys, so what I've done here is I've set up my sawhorse and I've clamped that PVC down pretty tight with just a wood working clamp. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drill a small pilot hole into the bottom base of this PVC pipe. You wanna try to get it somewhere in the middle. Start off nice and slow. All right, and just be careful going through. All right, so there's your pilot hole, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna switch my drill bit out, and I'm gonna use a 1/2 inch drill bit now on this guy. All right, so again, guys, I'm just gonna grab that, and I'm gonna start it nice and slow. And just go nice and easy, all right? And there is how you drill that hole out, nice and safe. All right, guys, so I've got this 1/2 inch hole now drilled into the base of my fluid bed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take some vice grips, all right? I'm just gonna simply lock that brass fitting in, and I'm just gonna start nice and easy, screwing this thing on, all right? It's super simple. You guys can put some sealant caulk on it, but this thing's pretty tight, so I don't feel the need to do it. All right, so I'm just gonna go in as far as I think's necessary, and really, as long as you can see that brass fitting through, you're good to go. All right, guys, so the brass nipple is now in here. In fact, you are completely done with the assembly process of your fluid bed at this point. Now you really only have to figure out how long you want the hose from your air pump to your T to be. And what I went ahead and did is I've cut a small, probably 5 to 6 inch piece of that 1/8 inch hose, and I've pre-assembled it onto my brass nipple fitting. And then I've taken my T and putting it in there. All right, and I have one of these for each of my colors. Is it necessary? No, absolutely not. But it does help, especially when you're doing lots of jigs at once. Right, so that's the assembled process. Now, from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this already pre-assembled one, right? And you're gonna put it into here. And the more you put it in and out, the easier it's gonna be because that hose is gonna loosen up. So let me get this stuff out of your guys' way so you can see what I'm doing here. So this is your assembled fluid bed. What I went ahead and did is I bought some coffee filters. You can get them anywhere, it doesn't matter. Target, Walmart, Aldi, wherever you want to get these things from. The important part is you separate them out into a single coffee filter, all right? And this is the easiest and fastest way that I've found to do it. You're simply gonna put that down over there, and you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna push it in. Not too hard, not too soft, but that coffee filter is now taut in there. It's super tight against everything. All you have to do now is add your paint. And that's why I say I do it with different colors. I've seen a lot of guys out there do this different ways, and this is the method that I like to use. It seems like it's fast, easy, and there's way more than enough space inside of there to dip a full 1 ounce Ultra Jig minnow. And that's the biggest that I produce right now. So with that, guys, this is effectively the assembled process. Now I want to show you guys how it actually works in real life, and show you a little tip about starting it up and shutting it down. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how to actually load this thing into here. This is some ProTech powder paint. Strongly recommend these guys. Awesome paint, super durable. They have lots of colors. This is one of my favorites. It's called June Bug. It gives a deep purple with a little bit of flake in it. Super nice, super smooth coating paint. This is the only paint that I will use for powder coating. So a little tip, make sure you shake this every time. It gives it, the flake and the powder itself is different weights. So if you don't shake it, it's gonna come out in here weird. And what I do in mine is I put about 3/4 of this paint into here. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what I'm trying to do. And you guys are gonna have to get the feel for it with your own fluid beds to see what works well. So with this paint, I usually do it outside. I'm gonna do this in here just for demonstration purposes, but you want some well-ventilated stuff. You are gonna be heating lead, and then you are gonna be having this paint and a little bit of cloud, as you guys just saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start this. The key part is I don't have a kill switch on this guy, so I have to plug it in. Plugging it in, I always want it on the lowest setting possible. So I'm gonna plug this in, you guys are gonna hear a little hum, and you guys are gonna see a little small puff of this powder coming out. All right, guys, so super important to make sure that your air pump is on the lowest pressure possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. You guys see it start to bubbling, and then you'll see why it's actually called a fluid bed. I'm just gonna slowly increase the volume of air that's going into this thing. And there you guys go. Again, you see the cloud. Super important to have well ventilated areas. All right, so there you guys go. If I wanted to change this out, or when I'm done doing my fluid bed operations for the day, I'm simply gonna pour this back into my jar, pull the coffee filter off, and either change colors or put away for the day. So as always, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of my future content, hit the subscribe button. As always, guys, have fun. Enjoy making your own lures, painting your own jigs. This is Mako Chris, and I'm out.